Welcome back to another episode of High Strung Gaming, and we are back on the Red Planet and Occupy Mars. Last time we built up some large tanks to be able to store some liquids and gases that we'll need when we eventually build the ITS rocket to get off the surface. We have filled the methane tank completely. Let's see, which direction am I going here? All right. So, we have filled the methane tank. That is topped off for what we'll need. And also, the water is full. Well, the tanks aren't full, but there's enough in them for each resource. So this has 500 methane, which is exactly what we need. This actually has 1100 water. We only need 800. And the oxygen is still going. So the oxygen, we need 25,000 oxygen. And we're at 17,000 right now and still going, but we'll get there. Also, since last time, that's what we did last time. We did a little research into what we would need for the carbon nanotubes and how many resources it'll take, which is an abundantly large amount. But off camera, you'll notice I don't have any trees in here anymore. So the trees actually grew up enough to move to the dome. The lettuce that was in here was ready and ready to be harvested. So we picked the lettuce. I moved the trees into the dome. I put up I moved the beetroots that we had planted over into these grow beds. And I started a round of, what was it? I think it was it corn? Yeah, I started a round of corn seedlings in here. So the corn, when that grows up, you get a ton of it. But I wanted the build times a little faster, or the grow times on that a little faster. So the seeds that are in here, we're going to be using to genetically modify the seeds so they grow faster and all that fun stuff. So, and our apple trees are over in here. Have a little orchard going. And they're coming along nicely, 56% growth, so they'll get there. Once we harvest them, I'll be interested to see if the game will let me pick the apples and leave the trees. If that's the case, then I can just keep making more and more apples. If that's not the case, if I have to uproot the trees to get the apples, well, it is what it is, but it'll open this up to grow other things. So there we go. Today, I am thinking that we should make sure these are all empty. Well, those two, this has stuff and this has stuff. Okay. So today, what I'm thinking, the rocket, to build the rocket, has 5 sections. We have the engine section, the propellant section, the cargo section, the habitat section, and the command section. And all 5 of those have pretty hefty inventory requirements or, component requirements. And what I'm thinking, since our little building, our staging workshop here, right there, it has, if I remember right, it has 6 cabinets in it for storage. So we have 5 sections to build. We have 6 cabinets for storage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the storage for each piece into 5 of those cabinets. So that way it's all organized. I know what I have, so on and so forth. So that means I'm going to start with what I can build right now for components, get all that sorted, get into those areas, so that way I know what I need moving forward. Because
external oxygen detected.
It would suck to me to be like, oh, I've got so many screws, I don't need any more screws, and then it comes to build time, and oh wait, I need a bunch more screws. So always good to know what you have on hand so you know what you need in the future. So let's start that process, and it's going to be a long...
Available point for technological advancement.
Thanks. It's going to be a long process, unfortunately, but that's where we're at. So we're not going to need a ton of boards for most of the different pieces. In fact, the only piece of that requires circuit boards is the command part. However, the command part does require quite a few boards. It's 15 small circuit boards, 7 medium circuit boards, and 5 large circuit boards, which I might already have that amount of boards in my inventory. So let's see. This doesn't even hold 15. Jeez, this holds 12. All right, so this very first one's smalls. This is mediums. How many mediums we need? We need 7. We've got 9 right here, so if we take 2 out, that's the 7 we need for the mediums. So this thing is ready. Large circuit boards. We only need 5 large circuit boards. That's our 5 large circuit boards that we need. Okay. And this is our smalls. What's in here? More smalls. All right. So let's try and move smalls into this one so we have them organized. All right, perfect. So this is 3 by 4 is 12. That means we need 3 more smalls, and there's space in these to accommodate 3 more. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Cool. These we can just make this our hodgepodge mishmash of boards. And that was this one. Yep. And then what's this got in it? Not much. What's this got in it? Space for 2. In that case, let's take this one small, move it in there, just so we have it on hand. And, well, screw it. Put that in there too. And what's our hodgepodge have in it? Okay. Move that in there. That makes this an empty. So this one down here in my inventory is going to be the one I have on keep on hand. These 3 are going to be for the command module. Sweet. And this one is just a mishmash of what I have left over, and this one's empty. All right, cool. So there's our mishmash. Let's put that at the bottom. Put our empty up top. There we go. All right. Organization, people. Organization. Yeah. I should probably just scoot with vehicles. Yeah, I'm going to use a different vehicle. I'm going to use the one that's outside of here.
External oxygen detected. Equalizing pressure.
So there's one right here. There it is. This is the dangerous one, though. Got to remember not to hit the spacebar on this when I'm riding it. Okay. All right. So...
External oxygen detected.
let's make sure first that our storage cabinets have power. Oh. Okay.
Equalizing pressure.
Well, that's an issue.
External oxygen detected.
Let's see which one's which. This should be this one. This should be fine. No, that's the one that doesn't have power. Really? Grr. There you go. It's kind of the one I want. There. So, box of boards. So our circuit board boxes in here, those are for the command module. So the command module is this one. I really wish I had my signs that I could put up, but here we are.
Equalizing pressure.
All right. Now, in my own personal inventory, I have emptied these out. So I have no supplies that I'm carrying on me. I have, these miscellaneous boards for funsies, and I have some rocks, which I'm actually going to take out of here and put them into... Oh, one other thing I wanted to do.
External oxygen
forgot.
detected.
The gas lines, water and gas lines, I'm going to leave those in here. That's the gas line that
Equalizing pressure.
when the water was filled up, I took it off of that. So that's what that gas line is. And when this eventually is full, that gas line I'm going to store up in here. So that way when I need to run gas lines from these large storage tanks over to here, I've already got the gas lines. That's really weird. You've got hookups here and hookups here. Interesting. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. That's strange because this... Alright, this is for the elevator piece and these are the gas lines for the base. But the elevator piece and that, they get built at the same time. So you have basically double air and double water hookups. Weird. Okay. So, let's turn around. And most of the stuff I'm going to be crafting, because I can craft in bulk down on the large, I almost said large shredder, which essentially it is, but the large crusher can produce stuff in mass. A little bit more efficiently or quicker than the small 3D printers. So, and I can ride my rover right up onto it. So there's that. Now the first thing, storage. Sorting. So each thing I am going to want some boxes. And so... building materials boxes, I know I'm going to need at least 5 boxes, one for each. And probably some of them might need a little bit more. So 5 boxes for materials. I know also that the chemical supplies, even though they don't sound like chemical supplies, but things like thermal paste, rocket, the solid rocket fuel, that kind of stuff, those can be stored in the chemical supplies boxes. So I'm going to do 5 of those as well. One thing that cannot be stored in the boxes that I'm going to need some, overall across all components, I'm going to need a total of 50 fuses. The ITS command module itself takes 30 fuses, and the other 4 stages take 5 fuses each. So that's a total of 50 fuses. So I might as well make those now while I can. Fuses are quick and easy, and they are not stored in boxes. So actually, let's just click on this. There we go. 50 fuses. And the fuses I'll split up between the different things. Okay. Now, each of the sections, all five sections take solid rocket fuel APCP. Excuse me. APCP. And each of them takes the same amount. It's 7, so it's a total of 35. That's pretty low-hanging fruit, and that's a good one to knock out as well. In fact, I might already have some, but I'm just curious. Okay, you need chemical fertilizer for that. So it's a total of 35. Not a big deal. And chemical fertilizer. phosphorus, which we cannot make in here. Okay. So, yeah, we're definitely going to need our, what do you call it? The, cannot think of names right now. Definitely going to need the chemistry bench for some of this, obviously. All right, there we go. Some extra rocks I had, and put that in there. Okay. Okay, print container. Here's all the boxes we just made. No, I want you to move. It's one thing with these boxes. Gotta manually move them because they don't want to just double click to move. That tries to open the box. Okay. And our 50 fuses. There we go. While I'm here, let's start filling up the boxes with some of the materials I need. Okay, so command module. First thing, small pipe. We need 20. That's super easy. In fact, and I'm going to do exact amounts on this right now. So these go back over. And let's use this to start off with. So there's our 20 pipe. Let's see. We are going to need 40 aluminum plate. Is this the aluminum plate? No, that's steel, that's solar, that's glass, electronics, aluminum. And again, 40 aluminum plate. Split that out. There's the 40. The others go back. 20 steel plate. Super easy. Let's go back. Electric motors. We need 5. That's the command module. Now, granted, other things need like 70 electric motors, but for the command module, which we're doing right now, it's just 5. Pretty sweet. All
New
right.
message.
New message. Signal received. Okay. Not worried about it. That was electric motors. Packs of screws. We need 400 packs of screws. But they have...
Weather alert. Lightning hazard.
Oh, wonderful. Great. It's probably 6 hours. Which would be 2100, which is 11 p.m. Okay. 400 packs of screws. $60 electronics. See, we already have a bunch of stuff from things that we've dismantled, especially like Alpha Base gave us a bunch of these supplies. So, all right. That was electronics. We've got the fuses, rubber. Okay, now we're getting into the stuff that I'm not going to have as much of. So rubber, aerogel, ceramic heat shielding, aluminum, titanium alloy, thermal paste, solid rocket fuel, carbon nanotubes, the bane of our existence. Glass plates, we need 15. Is that these? Yep. There's our 15 glass plates. And then the circuit boards. So for circuit boards, fuses, and regular building components, building materials, we have everything for the ITS command module. The things we don't have are chemistry things, which we have not started working on yet. And in fact, why did I jump off there? A, because my thing's right here behind me. And B, why don't I, for right now, since I'm not actively working on these things currently, why don't I throw these in here? Makes more sense, right? Rather than carrying a bunch of those around. I will be using these building supply ones momentarily, but For right now, those things shove in there. All right. So lightning is going to be problematic. Lightning can damage our base, and we definitely want to make sure. And lightning can also ignite certain things like methane tanks. So we got to be careful of that and watch out for that. Make sure we don't get things blowed up and damaged. So, damn lightning. All right. Come on in here.
Zero oxygen detected.
This is what we're using for our command module. This one, yep. So that's all that. And for fuses, we need a total of 30. So this we can split out. Do 30. Okay. And that goes up in here. The other sections are 5 fuses each. So I'm just going to split these a few times. Okay. These are unpowered right now, right? Yeah, it's offline. It's offline. This gets a fuse. This one gets a fuse for now. There's not a lot of space in here right now because of all the damn CO2 tanks. All right, which reminds me, I need to get going on this carbon nanotube stuff. Let's see. Oh, God. The waste tanks, the methane. Oh. Methane. Why did I... Oh, so that's why I needed all those H2O bottles to make methane, I believe. Cooking methane in here. Water bottles, yep. Water and CO2. Fudge. Solid rocket fuel explosive. That's the wrong one. Ethanol, ammonia. It might behoove me, because that's a great word, behoove. It might behoove me to take a bunch of the CO2 bottles with me to the crushers printer because it can hold. It's got a lot more storage space. So these fuses for right now I'm going to stick down here. They go to these other 2 containers, which I don't have powered right now.
Equalizing pressure.
Okay, go in here. And I know I just said I should probably take some of the CO2 bottles down here, but then I didn't grab any of them. Because I'm smart like that. Alright. Alright. So let's look at our inventory. Looking at the next thing. Habitat. 70 small pipes. Split that out to 70.
Weather alert. Lightning hazard.
3 more hours. Cool. This is the one we're working on now. Okay. So small pipe, 70. Aluminum plate, we need 80. Should be these, right? Yep. There are 80 of those. Steel plate is 20. Ooh, got dark. Let's see, electric motors 10. this section, screws are going to be 700. All right. Electronics 10. Fuse 5 we have over there. Where's the electronics? No, those are solar cells. So 10 electronics. We've got the 5 fuses over there. Then everything else is chemical type stuff. All right. So this is for the habitat. Starting to get dark. Ooh. Watch out for that lightning storm. Turn on our night vision so we can actually see where we're going.
External oxygen detected.
Oh, so bright. Now, the stuff that we're getting now will be loaded into this one for the habitat. Next one down, but I don't have that powered right now, so habitat stuff we'll put here with the fuse for it. Okay.
Weather alert. Lightning hazard.
Wait a minute. One more hour. I thought it was going to be 11 o'clock. Messages. One hour. Okay, 2100. I thought I said 23.
Equalizing pressure.
So, yeah. 9 o'clock. Lightning. Let's get to the base and take some cover here. It's going to zappy zaps. I'll stay awake during the lightning storm. Okay.
External oxygen detected.
Okay. Let's go up here. Do we want to watch the pretty lightning strikes? We can watch the pretty lightning strikes from over here. Sort of. I've got too many trees out here. First. Save. Save it. I'm just going to save over our current spot, which was a while back with rockets. Alright. Okay. Hopefully the lightning doesn't destroy everything we've worked so hard for. There is our launch pad over there. So let's watch this direction. Make sure we don't see any explosions happen. That would suck. Oh wow, that one strike looked almost like it hit the tanks. How's our repair tool? Our repair tool has a little use on it, but... Oh. That was wrong. It's making me nervous. It's making me nervous. Is that it? Is that it? Please be it. Been almost an hour, so hopefully that's it. Hopefully it's gone. Pull up our map, see if there's any sections that look damaged in red. That actually has a little bit of damage to it. So... And this is why I built the tanks as standalones, to not have this have materials in it, because if that gets hit with something or whatever and damaged, like you can see the color's slightly different. It's a slightly different shade of green, meaning it probably does have some damage. And so, yeah, I didn't want stuff stored in there while I'm building the rocket. Basically, I'm going to do the whole rocket build up all at the same time for all the components once I have each of them with enough components. But let's run over here and see. You good? You okay, buddy? You do have a little bit of damage on you. Okay. Alright, that's it. Yeah, now you're the same. There you go. Alright, but it is nighttime. It's like 10 p.m., so, well, actually almost 11 p.m. Be 11:30 by the time I make it up to the bed.
Deploy external oxygen detected.
So no doom scrolling tonight. Let's just get up here and get some sleep in. Sleep until 6:30. Alright. Now, with other playthroughs, if I was doing stuff where I was basically just running around inside the base and stuff, and spending most of my time inside the base, I'd be running around without a helmet. But since I'm in and out so much, it's just, I might as well just keep the helmet on the whole time. And I can tell you, though, that's not personally comfortable. Now, granted, I've never worn a spacesuit helmet, but I've had other headgear I've had to wear at different times for different things. And wearing that stuff for an extended period of time is no fun at all. All right.
Water.
Fill up our
Refill.
water. Recharge our suit. Okay. Eat some foods. And check our greenhouse. See where we're at. Fully grown plants. Nice. Fully grown beetroots. Nice, nice, nice. How are you guys doing? These things are ready to move. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get those moved over. Look at that. I'm so corny. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's terrible. All right. Let's see. Set that. Okay. Grabbing beetroots. All right. Set that, set that. And then we have a bunch of beetroots at a much higher level. Again, this doesn't affect the nutrition, it just affects how fast they'll grow and how many seeds I get from them. That's all. That's all it does. But the faster we can grow them, the better. That's the way I look at it. So first, let's see how many seeds these will yield if we do 45. 45 gives us 55 seeds. Nice. 100 seeds is a full container. Let's see if I split this. $50 seeds gives us 61. So if I do 2 at 50, it'll give me 61 seeds with higher bonuses. I don't know how high the bonuses will actually go, like what the maximum is, if there's even a maximum. I would assume there would be, because you would think 100% would be max of anything, but you never know. Okay. So, no, I just consumed that. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to split, because I only need one to make this one a 50. Boom. Yep. Combine that. There's that seed container. Or seed magazine, I should say. This is the old one. This is the new one. And I could use these old seeds as well, but I'm not really too worried about it. So let's go ahead and make a few MREs, beetroot MREs. So let's see. Let's make some MREs. Split these out. All right, there we go. So we get 11 MREs out of this. Oh, no, we'll get 10.
Available point for technological advancement.
All right. Ten more MREs, baby. Of the same quality that we previously had. And actually, you know what? We'll store these. Use these. Put this back. Grab this. Let's go ahead and do another run. Full run. Use up all these seeds. Or at least most of them. Do another full run of beetroots, and this run of beetroots will be just for MREs. It's the salad shooter. This, I'm not going to worry about the last, like, 3 seeds that are in there. Alright.
Equalizing pressure.
Alright, so we have all of the normal building components for the command and the habitat sections. Open this bad boy up. Stand here. Don't fall in. Bye-bye. Alright. So, next section. Cargo. And basically, I'm going from the top of the ship down, as opposed to bottom up. So, the cargo section. 130 small pipes. Ooh. So, here's 100. Move this here so that I know that that's the one I'm filling. 130. Open. Yep, 130. Cool. 130 small pipes. 100 aluminum plates. Should be these. Yep, 100 aluminum plate. Okay. 30 steel plates, which I have a 30 right here. Cool. 10 electric motors. 10 I have right here. Awesome. 900 screws. It's almost a full stack. $900 screws. These can go over here. All right. 10 electronics, which are these the electronics? Yep. So $10. We have the 5 fuses, and then the rest is everything else. So that's that. That's the ITS cargo. And it's a little tedious to run up there each time, but at the same time, it's kind of necessary just to kind of keep things organized. Make sure I'm not putting the wrong list of supplies in the wrong thing. So, all right. Just so I have this with me, take this up here.
Deploy external oxygen
Alright,
detected.
so that would be command, habitat, cargo. That one's not powered. Okay. So this is command. The next two, this is going to be for the cargo. And then the propellant and the engine ones are over on the other wall. This is going to be propellant. Huh, I already have some stuff in here. And engines, which engines is kind of filled up right now, but that's all right. Curious, did I already do the propellant stuff? What is in here? That's empty. That's got some stuff in it. That's got some stuff in it. Nice. That's empty. This has some stuff in it. Let me double check. Let's see. So propellant section needs 190 small pipes. That's 110. Well, the ITS engine needs 110. Okay, let's check ITS engine. ITS engine, 110 pipes, 80 aluminum plate. Steel plate is 200, which we have 200 steel plates in there. Electric motor is 70. Pack of screws is 800. Electronics is 10. And, yeah, 5 of these. So this is actually, this has all the stuff in it for the ITS engine. So I apparently at some point did that already. Let's move that over to the appropriate thing. ITS engine, and we've got the 5 in there. So I've got a few extra fuses now. Crazy. Okay. And that means this one, which already has a box in it that's empty. These I'm not going to worry about. This is an empty, and I don't need it there. So 5 fuses, and so yeah, the ITS propellant, which I probably have enough stuff for that. That's good news.
Equalizing pressure.
Let's go ahead and get that together. And then all the regular crafting supplies after that are all just whatever I want to use them for. So, hold on. Pull on up here. Okay. There we go. Crafting supplies. So, this is the empty box, correct? ITS propellant. Small pipes, we need 190. So there's 100. Split that to 90. Okay. Where'd the 90 go? There it is. 190. Aluminum plate is 110. So there's 100, and we need 10 more. There we go. Steel plate, 80. Ooh, now we're starting to run low. So there's 50 steel plates. Need about 30 more, and there's 23 in here. So, steel plate. Let's make sure we get our 30. I'm kind of running low on iron here. I've only got 119 iron left. One steel plate takes 12 iron, so yeah, running a little low on that. All right, split. We need 30. Not 320. Try 30. There we go. So the steel plate total was 80. There's 30 and 50. There's our 80. All right, cool. Electric motor, we need 30. Yep. Did that just dupe that? That still says 100. It was 100. I split it to 70, and that stayed at 100 and gave me 70 up here. Interesting. Okay. That might have just duped some motors for me. Thanks. Packs of screws. 1,100. So split. Let's grab our 101. Because it's 999, the one puts you at 1,000, and we need 1,100. So there's that. There's 999. That's 1,100. Electronics, we need 10. And after electronics, we have fuses, and then we get into the chemistry stuff. So that's it. This box has everything in there for that section. You can go ahead and throw some fuses in here. These other boxes, I'm just going to store them in here, honestly. Okay, cool. Why do I keep doing? I keep forgetting that I'm parking right here, right behind me, and make it more convenient, and then I forget about it. All right. This is huge. I already had all the components I needed for the rocket. So now all I need to worry about is the chemistry stuff, which that's kind of the pain in the ass stuff, but here, here we are. Yeehaw. Okay. But this is one less thing. This is huge. This is one less thing we need to worry about. This is awesome. Love it.
External oxygen detected.
So this would be, what was it? The ITS propellant, which would be this one here. There we go. ITS propellant taken care of. Handled. Handled. Gotta love it. What you got going on over here? Anything? No? Nothing. Alright.
Equalizing pressure.
I feel like what I need to do, honestly,
external oxygen detected,
is have another workshop somewhere that's literally just filled with chemistry tables. Like pressure. 4 chemistry tables or whatever. That's what I feel I should do. But, anywho. Why did I park this here? I should have parked it at the other end. There's just a random circuit board on the ground out here. Take that. Alright. Oh yeah, my circuit board's filled up. Huh? It's Get rid of that and put that in there. It's a good distribution. Better distribution anyway. Which also means go over here. Yep. Okay. I have several different areas scattered with stuff for the chemical supplies. So let's go through and check all the miscellaneous little inventories. Bunch of oxygen tanks in here, Jesus. Okay.
External oxygen detected.
How are we coming along? Nice. How are you guys coming along? Nice. Getting there. Alright. How you guys coming along? 81. Nice. Alright, what do you got in here? Anything? No. Okay. And we do have some techie things, so let's see what we got with that. Materials, mechanical, electricity workbench, yes. Botany workbench, yes. Botany workbench, I want faster grow times. I want faster grow times. I don't care about withering as much, but I will get the first withering, or whatever it is. Or, oh, I guess it's not withering. It's a special suit feature that supports endurance recovery, can be upgraded. Okay. I will get the first one of that because it's a bonus of +5. But first and foremost, faster growth.
Botany, technology access level increased.
Thank you. And electricity. We have 3 points. I'm going to keep doing more efficient panels until I get to a 20%
technology
here.
Access level in electricity, technology access level in electricity,
God.
technology access level increased.
Diminishing returns for sure, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to get that 20%. I guess you got to probably have 30 points in here to get the full 20. Oh, it's insane. But, I mean, it is insane, but at the same time I understand because, I mean, electricity is that thing that it just keeps coming. It is more and more and more. It just keeps coming with points. Okay. So I have 2 chemistry workbenches in here, honestly. And really, do I need these these 2 stations? I don't really use them as much. I'm not spending a lot of time grinding and drilling right now. So I feel like I might be better off getting rid of one of these, moving the storage over there, and then putting in a 3rd chemistry station. Really, honestly. That's what I'm thinking. And also the chemistry tables. Where is it? All the workbenches are on that wall. Yeah, the chem lab only takes 5 units, where these tables take 10. So... And I could probably get rid of this scrubber right now, because I've got that one scrubber. I've got a scrubber in here. Do I have another one up top? Can't remember. No. I have a scrubber in here. So that's 3 scrubbers. Did I put one in the greenhouse? I don't think so. But I mean, I've got 3 scrubbers, but now I've got a hefty amount of plants that I'm growing. So, I don't know if I need all those scrubbers. So I could take one of the scrubbers out of that work area. I could take this scrubber out and be fine, because there's still 2 scrubbers with a whole bunch of plants in here. Plus, I'm producing oxygen that I can pump into the base if I need to. So, yeah. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have yet another scrubber in here. Sometimes it's good to walk through the base. Okay. And it is 7 p.m. game time. So again, yeah, that's huge that we were able to get organized with all our materials, all our building materials for all the sections of the rocket. That's awesome. That's amazing. Now, I am low on iron. I am going to need to go and get more iron and drill some more of that, but not a huge deal. That's pretty easy to do. Happy with that. What we got up in here? Oh, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but around the base, I have where there was currently sections of or pieces of the base missing in the hallways, specifically like these things. There were several of these that didn't have this cover on them, or they were missing the top and or bottom lights. All that stuff has been replaced. In case you guys are wondering, I have seen people ask questions about how do you repair that. Like, even if you use the repair tool, it repairs it structurally, but it doesn't repair the missing, floor or ceiling pieces or the lighting. The way you do that is there's a universal wall panel. There's actually a couple. There's one that looks like this and one that looks like this in the schematic diagram. This one, I'm not sure. I crafted that just to see if that would cover any of the pieces in the hallways and stuff, and it did not. The ones that look like this, these are the ones that cover if, like, say you have some sort of storm that comes through that damages a piece of your base, and you use the repair tool on it, and it's repaired structurally, so it's holding pressure and everything, not leaking, but you look and, like, maybe there's a piece of light panel that's missing. How do you put that back in? Well, you need to craft these. The universal wall panels. Now keep in mind that one piece of wall panel you craft will only replace one small section. So let's talk about that real quick, just for those that aren't aware. So, like, for instance, this piece here, I have a ceiling. This thing here is actually a ceiling panel. This is a floor panel. Light, 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 light. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 pieces of paneling in this section of hallway. Same thing here, 6 pieces of paneling. You have 2 floor lights, 2 ceiling lights, the ceiling and the floor panels. For these pieces, you have this panel, this light, and that cover. So that's 3 pieces per corner. So that's a total of 12 pieces here. The ceiling and the floor in this usually don't get blown away, because the floor you can actually interact with. I haven't done this much in this one. You can actually interact with the floor and use the fuses here to direct the flow of electricity. You can turn the whole section on or off, and then you have the arrows pointing to which direction they'll affect electricity and so on. So, but that's why this section won't be missing after being damaged, unless it's completely destroyed. But if it's just damaged a little bit where you repair it, this is always going to be here. You don't lose the floor piece, and I don't think you lose the ceiling piece in this, but still, these panels can come off the edges. So those little universal wall panel coverings, that's what will replace those. So anyone that wasn't aware or anyone that needed to understand a little bit better, that's how you do that. Okay. So let's see. That's explosive. That's not what we need. We will take these though. Let's see what's in here. Bunch of O2s. And we have some extra stuff. That's explosive, not what we need. Grab those. And what we got stashed in here? We got some methane. Nice. Alright. So, let's see, that goes there. Oh shit, it's already midnight, or, well, 1 a.m. Well, let's go to bed. So moving forward, definitely going to need to mine up some more iron ore. So that means I'm not just going to mine indiscriminately like I have been. I'm going to more actively scan areas specifically for the things that I need. Iron definitely, and we'll look at our levels for other things as well. Another thing I want to do is I want to put just a little bit more power over toward the launch pad there. So that way I can keep those other cabinets powered and not have to worry about power shutting off. And just to keep that going. For convenience sake. Oh, need some hydration real quick.
Water refilled.
Need some munchy munches. And top off suit battery, why not? Okay. So, next time I'm going to be looking at more of the chemistry stuff. I'm going to be moving plants around, making food, all that fun stuff, as well as mining out more materials so that way I can have raw resources for when I want to, build up something or do whatever. Most of what I need built in the base, materials-wise, is done. Like I said, I just need the chemistry stuff taken care of, and my oxygen tank to be filled up a little bit more. Which, speaking of which, out of curiosity, let's see where we're at with that from this episode. Oh, and also I just remembered something. Since I have all the water in this tank that I need, these 3 water things, they can go back to supplying the base. Pretty nifty, right? Where are we at air oxygen-wise? 18,000, yeah. So it's going to be a couple episodes before that's ready. For right now, as a just-in-case precautionary thing, I'm going to leave this pump here. Doesn't require any power or anything like that. It's not hurting anything, whatever. So I'm going to leave that pump there just for right now. And these, I can go ahead and grind these down. I'll get the materials from these, and then I'll just go ahead and put them up over on the other side to support base operations. It is nice that, everything does grind down to a 1-to-1 from whatever you put into it. So there's that. Build. We need resources. Water. And it won't let you build them side by side. That hurts me. It should. Remember, we have affected how efficiently these pump water out of the ground, so make sure you're not out pumping your water source. Okay. But technically speaking, really? I thought it was there before. Oh well. Really? Really? Oh, well. Pump placement can be annoying sometimes. It's like, why won't it fit there? It should. There we go. Still good. Okay. Cool. Now, what that does also... Another fun little thing I can do here. Let me think for a second. Alright, if I do... Let's grind some of these down. And I want to see one other thing. How much space on the grid does one of these need? Just a 1 by 1. Alright, sweet. Now remember, we were almost out of iron, so making steel plates and iron and screws and all that kind of stuff right now sucks. So grinding these down gives me all the components I need to be able to expand some of the grid in another spot. Again, since I didn't need this grid here. And honestly, that's another fun way that, or effective way, that if you want to store materials, build something with them. You know, if you want to store steel plates and screws, build a bunch of grid pieces. It's not going to hurt anything. They're just going to sit there, and when you go and grind them down, you get all the materials back. No big deal. So it kind of, in a way, is material storage. Pretty handy. Alright. What I am going to do, grind down this one. And then, it's going to look ugly. I know. It's going to look ugly. Don't yell at me. But it's kind of necessary to do it this way. I was in the midst of ending this video, and then, you know, I got distracted. Go figure. That's what happens, right? Okay. Uranium rod 8 for one of these. Yeah. So real quick, I'm just going to build up a little extra power on there. That way I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to forget about it because it's going to be a whole nother week before I make one of these videos again.
Oxygen detected.
And that's one other thing I did want to mention, that
Equalizing pressure.
I have been posting these videos for Occupy Mars 2 times a week, once on Tuesdays and once on Thursdays. I will be changing that over to being once a week. Now, I will still have videos on both days, but one of those days is going to be changing to a different game. So I'm going to diversify my play a little bit. If you've watched any of my other posts on this channel, you'll know that I play a variety of different games. And so I plan on continuing that trend of kind of diversifying my gameplay a little bit. Let's see. Grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that, and sure, and sure. And some of these. Cool. So, I will be playing another game in place of Occupy Mars on the other day of the week. I will still continue to play Occupy Mars on this playthrough. Don't worry. I will make it off this planet, I promise. Uh, but yeah, so I'm splitting up my gameplay time for Occupy Mars to be 1 day per week. Then the other day that is going to be opened up I'm going to be playing a game called Soul Mask. It looks really good and fun. I'm looking forward to playing that, and so yeah, that's what we're doing. But again, don't count me out. I will still be playing Occupy Mars, just a slightly less frequently. Alright, let's build up this kilopower here, and this will take care of my power needs for my staging area. There we go. Alright. Now I can comfortably turn these on. Or not. The hell? Oh, because I haven't set it in here. Because I'm dumb. Okay. I'm dumb. Let's go ahead and set that. We are producing daytime production 188, nighttime 88. So if I just do 80 on this for now, that should be enough. And I'll be operating at a surplus, which means my battery will stay nice and fully charged in the event that something catastrophic happens.
External oxygen detected.
But I should have enough to run with this. Excellent. And it is drawing 60. I'm able to supply 80 day and night. So, yeah, good to go. That means I can move some inventory around in here. So this was the next one over. Boom. This one was 2 over. Boom. There we go. Organized. This is going from top down. That's going from bottom up. Cool. So there we go. So now I have added power, obviously, to be able to power all my storage in this area. And I have all the stuff I need to build the rockets for the building components. Chemistry stuff, that's going to take some work. But we're a little bit more sorted now. We know what we need. We know what materials we'll need for future stuff, all that kind of thing. Titanium alloys, that's going to take some mining stuff. And don't remember solid rocket fuel. We might potentially have enough solid rocket fuel stashed somewhere, because a total 35 across all things. So the APCP, we might potentially have enough stashed somewhere for that. If not, it's going to be a little quicker to get than some of the other things. But anyway, so thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching me sort out my madness to a somewhat organized fashion. And like I mentioned before, we'll be knocking the frequency of posts for Occupy Mars down to once a week to make room for a few other games that I do want to play and post. Would love to see you guys over on those other games, watching those, checking those out. A lot of good fun stuff there. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. They do help out. If you want to chat with me or comment, please feel free to leave YouTube channel comments. But you can also join my Discord. The link is in the description. And I hope to engage with you guys. If you have ideas, suggestions, especially for anything more efficient ways to get some of these dang nanotubes, please let me know, because I am all ears. That's going to be a long, long grind. So I'll be here for several more episodes trying to grind those out. I will continue to grow trees and apples and all sorts of other things. Lots of good veg. I will still continue to work on putting together data for which MREs are better. I know I haven't released any of that information yet. That's because I'm still building the data out, but that is coming in the future. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. And until then, I hope you guys have an awesome day.